Hello guys, welcome back to another video. Today we are here with some iRacing content in the new GT3 Regional Americas series. We are at Laguna Seca today in the Porsche. I hope you guys enjoy this video. If you do, make sure to like and subscribe. I'm trying to get the 50 subscribers at the end of the year. So, hope you guys enjoy the video. So here we come to start our fastest quali lap at Laguna Seca. As we come down to turn 1, you want to be hard on the brakes, get it rotated. We end up going out wide a bit, but we end up cutting it back just in time. That will lose us tons of time. Then you got to get it slowed up for turn 2 or 3, whichever you want to call it, into turn 4, I think it is. Bit hesitant on the throttle on exit. So now you want to be committed on the brakes. I don't think we were good enough on it. Not the greatest on the throttles. We won't use the whole apex out there. You want to get on this outside curbing and chuck it in. Not enough balls, I think, through there. Coming up to my favourite corner, the most iconic one, the corkscrew. If you were to ask anyone about Laguna Seca, they'd probably know about the corkscrew. So you feel the rear get away from you a bit. Through rainy, we take it way too tight, so we're going to lose tons of time. But this is also my first race of the week, I'm pretty sure, on this track. I'm going to get it slowed down. Now on the throttle, it would end up being a 1:23.0 as we cross the line, putting us P3. Right, here we go. Coming up for the race start, we have an Aston Martin on pole, Ferrari in P2, we're in P3 next to a Mercedes. And the Aston Martin goes, we don't get the best of launches. Will the Mercedes end up jumping us? I think we are side by side as we come down the main straight, coming up into turn 1. We'll end up holding to position for now. And everyone seems to make it through pretty safely. Everyone's being sensible at the moment. The Mercedes is all over our rear bumper, and this Aston Martin still leads with the Ferrari right to the back of him. We come up to the most difficult corner. We end up absolutely messing it up, going off the track. The Mercedes perfects it. That corner is so hard on the cold tires, and it will end up getting by us. So we're already out of the podium because we can't keep it on track. There we go, we're about to go on to lap 3, and now we have a Ferrari on the back of us. There's nothing happened in the whole of lap 2, we just stayed single file. This race is a bit of a boring one. The Ferrari is getting close to us. So you look at us on board. Seems that we are starting to pull away a bit, just showing that this race was a bit boring. This is why bottom split isn't the greatest. So we did that corner very well. We used the whole of the track. It seems I think we used the whole of the track better than this Ferrari. And keep higher minimum speed. So we're gonna go away from us for a bit to watch the leaders battle, as it's lap 7, but they've been battling the whole race, and it seems that Aston Martin loses the rear and spins around. It seems on exit he just loses the rear and it just spins around on him. Here we coming around, seeing that is the leader off. We were happy because now we are back on the podium, picking up a freebie of a position. As here we go on the last lap. There's now another different Aston Martin getting to the back of us. So we're going to cover into turn 1. It's going to be a battle on the last lap. He ends up messing up the exit a bit. This is a brand new GT3 Aston Martin, so I see why a lot of people are using it. Seems he just can't make a move. We're not even going to block down here because not too many people will send it unless it's early on. But he does get a pretty good run. But so it goes back to someone crossing the line. I don't think it's the winner. It's not a bad run, so we end up getting a long side coming into the corkscrew. But we'll end up holding it, and he runs out of room. As we watch from my POV, I brake probably at a normal place but late, cut it in and take a bit of a more wider line to try to give him the space. Through Rainy we go. We have held him off for the whole lap. We're going to hold the inside line to make sure there is no opportunity of passing. And we'll come across the line for a P3 podium in our first race at Laguna Seca. On our first quali run coming into the corkscrew, and we end up picking up an off track somehow through there. Don't know how, but we got one. So this lap is in the bin. So here we go into our second lap. We're going to be late on the brakes. Just get it rotated in. Bit wide. On the brakes, get it rotated, and we almost lose the rear. We slide all the way to the top. Even drift and exit, running another lap. We'll probably be at the back, but we are going to try to just finish it the best we can. That's why you always need that banker just to help you, that extra bit. Run wide, somehow that wasn't an off track. Don't use the whole of the kink, obviously try not to invalidate the lap, but we end up still invalidating it. At the corkscrew, cutting over the whole gavel. We'll be starting in dead last. Stop. So as we go green, why are all the cars not loading? There we go, finally they all load. Going up into turn one after having to start the back, we're gonna peak down low. Think about going to the inside, but we won't send it. So we'll still hold position, still being near the back, but the thing is there was a pit lane start. So we are up as position because of that. Here we go, coming up to turn 5. We're gonna send it up the inside and get it perfectly stopped up. Get back on the throttle, 2 cars off. So that's another 2 positions to be gained. Should end up going wide just to make sure that they wouldn't hit us. And 1 more car off, so up another spot.
Okay.
There's a lot of positions to gain at the start of the race, and it's a good start as well. Hopefully we can keep recovering up more positions now. On to lap 2. People are defending. There's tons of battling. Everyone is going at it. Since they're only 20-minute races in these regional tours, we are up to P14. Already 5 positions gained this race, just on lap 1. We flashed the lights at the BMW to tell them, come on, hurry up, let's get a move on. Since we are faster, or we think we are faster than him, and it is looking like at the moment. Get a good run. We peak to the inside, but we won't end up going for it. We're going to hold back for now, as everyone is now trying to just settle in, get into a groove. But we are definitely trying to pressure him. We're sawing our nose at every corner, just trying to get him into his mirrors and making him think maybe I have to brake late to hold off the overtake. He's going to block it. We're going to brake early, try to set up for a good exit at the corkscrew. Now coming up into Rainy. We are still stuck behind, nothing we can do. So yeah, nothing really interesting on this lap. So we are blocking off the Aston, but they are going like that. And there is the spin. The Aston Martin has been spun around by the McLaren. So we look at it from the McLaren's POV, just overcooks it from the McLaren brake. No, not the McLaren. The Aston's braking mid-corner, causing about a big gap now. But who cares, because now we get a run. We go basically as low as we can to just get it on the inside of that BMW, and we hold the position. We are now up to P13, 6 positions gained this race. So we're here from the McLaren earlier. He is now a lap down. Don't know what happened, but he ends up now spinning it at the corkscrew. Big spin. For a second I thought it was about to get collected again. But now we'll watch our fastest lap of the whole race. See, we get it nice on the brakes, hit that second apex well, and we're on throttle early, and the car's straight. I'm going to use that whole curb on the outside, cut it low, make sure to use all the runoff. Use all the curb on the outside again, cut it low, basically scrape that red sausage curb. Not much has happened this race as we are still in P13. Oh, you take that corner pretty nicely. Missed that apex, hesitant on throttle, but that is okay. We are still screaming down the straight, we are on the brakes. You get it stopped up for the corkscrew. Lots of dust is always kicked up there, so you'll think, someone spun, or someone like messed up. No, that's just a line where people end up kicking it up. Take rainy well. Used all the exit we can. That was very risky. Gonna cut it down low and be nice on and smooth on the throttle to end up doing a 122.1. I'm pretty sure it was. Here we go. Going on to the last lap. In P12, someone messed up, so we are not gaining position from that. It's going to be nice and smooth on this last lap. Turns out, when I checked, we ended up starting in P20, so we ended up gaining 8 spots this race, which is not bad at all, considering that we probably would have been starting top 10 if we didn't mess up qualifying that bad, which I'd say quite a lot of cars at the front. We end up keeping a consistent pace of about everybody, so maybe top 10 or the best thing, a top 5 would be good for us. We can come through the corkscrew, just making sure that we don't mess up, and there is a Ferrari parked on the side of the road. Think that was a lapped car, because we'll see when we cross the line if our position changes. Here we go, through the final corner. Not a bad drive for us. So here we come. This is our second quali lap. Well, this is our fastest one, so we'll go through it. Not really the best cold tyre runner, so we brake late. Fairly enough. A bit hesitant on the throttle though. This wasn't the greatest for us. But GT3s are hard to drive on cold tyres, especially at Laguna Seca. It's such a short track where you have to get everything right. There we go, coming up to turn 5. Bit too slowed up, didn't carry a good minimum speed. But that's okay. Go through the left kink. We are in second split out of 3, so mid split. coming up to the corkscrew. And be nice on the brakes, get it in the first gear and shift it up so you don't get too much revs and lose the second part through rainy. You're going to cut it down low. Bit hesitant on throttle, but it works. We used the whole track, but not the greatest. Touch the inside curb, that loses us a lot of time, and be good on the brakes at the last corner. Get it rotated in. On exit, you want to use all of it. Now you're on the throttle hard down this straight. And that will finish off the lap. It's a 1:22.9, I think. So here we go. We're starting P5. We got a Lambo on pole with a Mercedes alongside, and then a Ferrari and a BMW. Now it's us next to an Acura. So come onto the main straight. We get going now, and the Acura jumps us coming into turn 1. But we do have the inside lane, so we should be able to hold it. We're good on the brakes, so the Lambo will lead, and everyone stops it up a lot on the apex. And the Acura ends up getting a really bad run, letting a Ferrari slip on by. And we almost peak to that BMW, but turn 3 is for sure not a passing corner. Same with turn 4. But this is the next passing opportunity. Seems we have a bit of a pace advantage over the BMW. Will peak, but we're like, nah, we shouldn't go this early. Still have plenty of time. We just can't get that good run on the cold tyres, so the Ferrari will pull up alongside, puts it to the outside, and he's going to absolutely send it. He'll get it stopped up. And he'll get the move done. What a move by the Ferrari. That is brilliant by him. But the inside line to the right-hander is definitely a lot more helpful than the inside at the left. So on board the P4 BMW, he just loses the rear and snaps off up high. So we're back into P5. We end up getting him. It was pretty close with his rejoin. It was a bit tight in between us. So we had to turn left pretty hard to avoid it. Go coming up, we see the Mercedes and Ferrari end up making contact, and we'll see him go off.
Loser.
That Mercedes is not very happy. We watch on, and your P just goes off the track.
You fucking loser.
We end up getting a run on the Ferrari. We put it in a pretty good spot. We go for the outside, but we get him. But he has the inside for rainy, so he'll hold the position. But we are up to P4. Both the position games are from crashes. And we see the Mercedes has no front bumper. That is a bit of a dumb corner to go at, though. I would say that's not an overtaking corner. It's hard enough to go there one on your own. About probably 10 times side by side. So you get fancy about a lap or two. You see that the Ferrari is attacking him. He's all over the back of him. We're just keeping the gap, letting them two go at it. We know this Ferrari is fast, but he is looking a bit aggressive. And now it's became a 4-car battle because these have been battling so hard. The Ferrari that ended up spinning at the start quarter, but that's the reason why I showed this part. He touches the grass and we see him around again. We go on board with the Ferrari. He's going to send out the inside, but out brakes himself and goes off. So we'll gain another position, putting us up into P3 now, after starting P5. We know this Ferrari's been a bit aggressive, but he gets it stopped up well, gets it to the inside, bit of wheel spin. But he is back up in the third. I was thinking, we're near the end of the race, he's very fast and the Mercedes has damage. If he could catch up to the Mercedes, maybe on the last lap they could get aggressive and they may end up doing crashing or doing something stupid to hold each other up. That was my thinking at this point, so I let him go and was hoping that we could work together to catch up to the Mercedes. Now here we go, coming onto the last lap, we are P4. But these two are gonna start battling, meaning we can catch up. So we are watching from the Mercedes, more focused on him. But we see the Ferrari really starts to close up on him. coming up to the braking zone. He takes a defensive line, but it'll end up messing up his exit. So the Ferrari will get alongside and back a second time. He's gone side by side through here. The Mercedes. And he's going to end up getting into the back of the Ferrari. And the Ferrari is round. So you watch it from the Mercedes cockpit. I predicted that they would get very aggressive, but the Ferrari just seemed to not have the same exit. So you watch from the Mercedes, not the Mercedes, the Ferrari, he gets it up and then whack into the wall. And this is how we'll end up getting a P2 finish. I get the grace out of this because I knew he was a bit aggressive to Ferrari. So yeah, we end up getting the position done. We'll get up into P2. And this was on the last lap, so I end up staying there till the finish. So the Lambo, the Marlboro, I think that's how you say it. So we saw a lead from the beginning. He absolutely dominated this race. He was fast. Yeah, unlucky for the Ferrari and Mercedes. But we'll come around to grab a P2 finish, which I was pretty happy with. See, I flashed my lights across the line. And yeah. So thank you guys for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video. I'm hoping to make more iRacing content. It took me a bit to make. I might just be including 2-3 races, everything, because editing and saving replays and commentary over tons of videos would be annoying. So thank you and goodbye.